The young people who would be eligible for the DREAM Act called themselves dreamers. Like the civil rights activists of past generations, they speak out. Now they're telling us their stories. I've been coming to the floor almost every week in the Senate to tell another story of another DREAM Act student. It's the best way for people to understand who they are. I want to tell you about Carlos Martinez today. Carlos and his brother were brought to the United States in 1991 when Carlos was 9 years old. When Carlos came to this country, he didn't speak a word of English. His father told him, and forgive my broken Spanish here, "Estudian para que no batallen en la vida como yo." Translated means, study so you don't struggle in life like I have. That was the advice he received from his dad. Carlos took it to heart. At Cholla High School in Tucson, Arizona, Carlos graduated 9th in his class. He enrolled at the University of Arizona. He had never owned a computer before he went to school, but he loved math and he dreamed of being a computer engineer. 4 years later, in 2003, Carlos graduated with a Bachelor's of Science degree in computer engineering with minors in computer science, electrical engineering, mathematics, and Spanish. He was named the top Hispanic graduate in his class at the University of Arizona. After Carlos graduated, reality set in. He received job offers from Intel, IBM, and a lot of top tech companies, but he couldn't work for them. He's undocumented. He didn't give up. He enrolled in a master's program for software systems engineering at the University of Arizona, completed the 2.5-year program in a year and a half. He was nominated for the University of Arizona Graduate School Centennial Award, given to the school's top graduate student. Now, this is a hopeful time for dreamers like Carlos. The Obama administration is granting temporary legal status to young people who would be eligible for the DREAM Act. This status, known as Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, will allow dreamers to live and work legally in America, and they can renew it every 2 years. This will give these young immigrants the chance to come out of the shadows and be part of the only country they have ever really known. It's an historic moment in the long struggle for equal justice in America. And the administration's new policy will make America stronger by giving the dreamers a chance to be part of it. Carlos Martinez submitted his application on August the 15th, the very first day when forms were available. And he was one of the first to receive deferred action for childhood arrivals. Thanks to President Obama's new policy, Carlos will finally be able to use his bachelor's and master's degrees in computer engineering. He had to wait 7 years after his master's degree, but the day has finally come when he'll get his chance. As soon as he received the notification, Carlos went to a career fair at his alma mater, handed out resumes to IBM, Intel, and other tech companies that tried to hire him years ago. In a letter he wrote to me, "It was the best news of my life. Finally, I would be able to work as a software engineer or own a business and create jobs." As America learns more about the dreamers in our midst, like Carlos Martinez, who are ready to contribute to their talent to a country, support will build for passing the DREAM Act and comprehensive immigration reform. President Obama has given temporary protection to dreamers. Now, let's pass the law. Let's do the right thing for young people just like Carlos all over the United States.